Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan with more Fallout 76 tips. And if you love Bethesda and you're not a subscriber yet to the KingFanMan channel, then hit that button, because we talk about Bethesda here all the time. Everyone is always asking me, how do you level up faster in Fallout 76? Well, I just did a video, 7 ways to level up faster in Fallout 76, and I'll leave a link to that video right here. And it gave you some really good tips about things that you can do to level up faster. But this video is all about the places that you can go to really get your XP moving fast. So buckle up, we are going to go to 7 places in the wasteland to make your stats go crazy. The first place is perfect for a low-level character and is not far from the forest. In fact, it is right past the capital, right outside of Charleston, and it is a place called New Gad. And especially if you can catch it when it is full of super mutants, that is when your XP can go absolutely crazy. The reason I say that is because New Gad is normally a super mutants camp, but you will occasionally find it inhabited with the Scorched. If you do, just back out of the game to the main menu and reload the game, and then you will normally find the super mutants back home in New Gad. Any wasted time and effort will be made up for in all of that wonderful extra XP from those great and crazy super mutants. And New Gad has an added bonus of a major boss enemy super mutant that can be very challenging for a low-level character. And there's also quite a bit of loot here as well for a low-level character to go through. It's an excellent place to go early on in the game. Somerville is another one that is great for low-level players, and it is full of super mutants, and it is just past New Gad, so you might want to check that one out as well. But that one was for free. Let me give one more area for low-level players, and then we'll move on to the mid and high-level areas. The town of Grafton, believe it or not, is one of the best places to get XP when you are a low-level or even low-mid-level player, because it is full of super mutants. And if you haven't figured it out by now, super mutants are the best source of XP in the game. Now, there may be other creatures that give you more XP per kill, like Scorch Beasts or some other large character. But with the amount of super mutants that congregate together, there is no better enemy for gaining XP than the super mutant. And Grafton is full of them. And not just super mutants, but robots, Mirelurks, Ragstags, Scorched, the Grafton monster himself, Radtoads. Should I keep naming? There are creatures everywhere in Grafton. And there are at least 3 events that spawn inside the city limits of Grafton. It is an XP dream. So you see, it's not just a great place for a low-level character. It's really a great place for any level character to go and get quick, good XP. Especially if you can hit the events right, because every time the events spawn, the enemies spawn as well. Okay, now let's move to mid to high level characters. Now, these of course are going to spawn to your level character. So from now on, we're either going to be talking about mid or high level. It will just be according to your level character on how hard these places will be and how much XP they will give you. The first one will be Berkeley Springs. Now, even though Berkeley Springs has a high concentration of Scorched, and Scorched is the least effective enemy in giving you XP. Normally, in other words, you do not want to go seek the Scorched out because they are not a good provider of XP. But there are so many in the lower part of Berkeley Springs, they do give you a pretty good amount of XP. But it is the top part of Berkeley Springs that is full of super mutants, that's going to give you the largest part of XP. And there is also a workshop in the top part of Berkeley Springs as well. With both of those things combined, and you throw in the Scorched, then you have a very good XP maker in Berkeley Springs. So it's a great place for mid-level and even lower high-level players to go to get good XP. The only thing wrong with Berkeley Springs is occasionally on the top part of Berkeley Springs, those will spawn in as Scorched. They will be high-level Scorched, but of course the Scorched will be lower XP. But again, it will still give you a pretty good XP. But when they are super mutants, it is much more XP. You can do the server hop if you see that it's going to be Scorched, but it's still, again, a good source of XP either way. Much better when it's super mutants though. Number 4 on our list is much like Berkeley Springs in that it too will spawn Scorched at times. It will also spawn ghouls at times, but most of the time it will be super mutants. And when it is super mutants, it is an XP dream. I am talking about Harper's Ferry. Harper's Ferry is a gold mine for XP when it is full of super mutants. It does not have the workshop that Berkeley Springs has, but it has several enclave events that will spawn there. Plus, it now has the Burroughs, which is also a great place for XP. Get ready for a great fight and to level up very quick if you are at Harper's Ferry when the super mutants are there. Many times you can actually run Harper's Ferry, get all the XP through Harper's Ferry, then go through the Burroughs, come back out at Harper's Ferry, and it will respawn enemies, and you can run the XP of Harper's Ferry again. That is a lot of XP. And take all of the weapons that you get from both times and take them to the vendor there, and that's also a lot of loot. I should say all of these places that I'm talking about are XP without being nuked again, but the Burroughs is an excellent place for XP after a nuke has been dropped. Number 5 on our list is a little town that may be overlooked by some, and it can be a tough fight, but it is great for XP. It's a little town full of super mutants named Huntersville. It is very, very good for XP. Anytime you have super mutants, and when we're talking about non-nuked areas for XP, you look for high-level super mutants. That is your best place to get good XP, and Huntersville is full of them. Also in Huntersville, you're going to have at least one legendary, maybe more. And again, you've got that high concentration of high-level super mutants. A great place for quick XP. This is an excellent place to go and level up very quickly. For those that don't know, it's in the Savage Divide just north of the Spruce Knob campground. Another place that fits that bill is number 6 on our list, and everybody knows about this place. It, of course, is the White Spring. The White Spring is a place that you can always go to get XP, and if you don't know about this place by now, you should. And there's actually 2 places to go at the White Spring to get great XP. First is the cabins at the White Spring. You just simply walk the cabins on both sides of the White Spring, looking for the ghouls, the glowing ones, and you'll even run into some legendaries. And by the way, when you come to the sulfur fountain, if you didn't know, it will cure you of any diseases you pick up from those ghouls. That's right, just one sip from the fountain will cure you of your disease. There, just a little tip. The second place is the clubhouse. Now, if you're not a very high character, I wouldn't just wander off into the clubhouse, because it is full of ghouls, upstairs and downstairs. They will come out of the ceiling, the floor, the walls. You might try going in a little bit and coming back out, jumping up on the bus, up on the roof, up on a hedge, and shooting them as they come out, and watching your XP numbers go through the roof. And by the time you get through with the clubhouse, you can probably go back through the cabins again and get a few more ghouls. Again, the White Spring has always been a great place for XP. And it's a great place to farm for legendary weapons and armor as well. Number 7, and I believe the absolute best place to go for XP in the game, and yes, I believe it is better than the White Spring, is the West Tech facility, which is full of very high level super mutants. And you can go and get your XP going crazy. Remember all the tips from the level up video, get all of those techniques going for you, and go there and you will level up like crazy. It is full of some mean super mutants, and when I mean full, I mean full. There are super mutants everywhere. The West Tech facility is the best place to go to get your XP up quick. It is located in the Savage Divide north of Huntersville and just south of the National Radio Research Center. So if you want a place to go back to over and over to level up, West Tech is the place for you. Believe it or not, we have just scratched the surface on the great places to go to level up in the wasteland. I would like to hear your suggestions on where you like to go, because this is just my part 1, but I do want to hear where you like to go in Fallout 76 to level up faster. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for staying this long, but be sure and stay to the end, because you might see your Fallout 76 picture, because you know that's how I end every Fallout 76 video, is with your Fallout 76 pictures that you have submitted. And do that. Send me your Fallout 76 pictures on Facebook or on Twitter. And you can follow me on Twitter or like me on Facebook. Do that. Those links are in the description below. And if you like this content at all, be sure and hit that like button. And hey, share it. Help me out a little bit. YouTube don't like to share these small channels videos, so help me out just a little bit. I am the KingFanMan. I will see you guys out in the wastes of West Virginia. Bye, guys.